Okay, so let's look at text in SwiftUI. So to create any type of text on screen like you see over here in the simulator, all we have to do is start by typing in text, right? And then put the parentheses like we have here, and then pretty much putting whatever text we want, hello world for this example, inside these quotation marks that we have here. So basically, to add any type of text on screen, all we have to do is do something like this. So suppose we wanted to change the text that's on screen, right? All we'd have to do is change the words inside the quotation marks and say change it to something like welcome to Earth, right? And now you see in our simulator, we automatically see this updated and we can see this text. So basically to show any type of text in your app in SwiftUI, all you have to do is this right here. So what if we wanted to make it that the font is say bigger or of a different type font? To do that, all we have to do is add something called a modifier. And a modifier might sound complicated, but really it's all you have to do is just basically hit that here. And then you type in the name of the modifier, in this case font, and then you hit enter again. And then basically you have to pick what type of font you want. So say if you want a title font, you hit title, and you'll see in our simulator the font actually gets bigger. It gets to that font title size. So suppose I wanted to pick a different font. I'd hit this, delete this, and then I'll start typing that again. And then I'll see all the options of different type of fonts that I can use. So caption, caption 2, footnote, all of them. If I hit footnote, it should be really small. Yeah, you'll see that the text actually gets smaller. So let's try a different one. Let's try last one, subheadline, right? And you'll see that now we do see some text on the screen, just a bit bigger. Now, suppose we wanted to make it that the text is more bold, or make it that the text is more thinner. To do that, we'd have to add another modifier. So basically, we can have more than one modifier to like text or anything like that. So to add another modifier, kind of the same thing. So we just hit enter again, and then start typing in dot, and then typing font weight, right? Font weight. And then same thing, we just hit that again. And then you see all the options of different type of font weights or like boldness that you might want. So you could hit bold, and you'll see that our text gets a bit bolder right here. And you see it's more bolder when it comes to welcome to Earth. Now, if we decide to pick a different one, similar like how we did for font, we just go back here, remove the dot, and then hit that again. And then let's just try light, and let's just see how you see this text now gets much lighter. You can easily see it. Now, this is really good. And again, you have to think about it. Yeah, we're just adding in text, but every single app has some amount of text in it. And now you have an idea, basic idea of how that text works. So now the other thing that we want to change is basically changing the color, like giving it a different color. So to do that, again, you probably guessed it, we have to add another modifier. So that's one of the beauties of Swift. Like you can almost read what you're doing. So let's hit this and we're going to type in foreground style. So that's the name of the modifier so that we can change the color of the text. So and then in here, I'm going to hit red. I don't know why red. I just read the first one that came to me. And then in our preview, you see that the text here automatically now changed to red. And we literally did this before, but just to refresh your memory, to change, say, to pick a different type of color, all we'd have to do is hit remove that and then hit that again. And then say if we went to blue and on the preview refreshes, you'll see that now our text is able to be in blue colored. So what we've learned today is basically to create any type of text on screen, all you have to do is start typing in text as the view, the name of the view, the text view, and then put the parentheses, and then enter some type of string, which is the words that we're entering between these quotation marks right here, right? Enter any type of word that we want, and that's how we'll get some basic text on the screen. Now, if you want to say increase the font of it, we have to add a modifier, and that's how we add the first one, the dot font, and that's a font modifier. And then inside here, inside the parentheses, we just specify what kind of font we want the text to have. And the good thing, again, text views can have multiple modifiers. That's why we're able to add these two, font weight modifier and also the foreground style modifier to change the color. So now this is the first intro into using text in SwiftUI. Much more updates coming in the next video, so stay tuned.